Got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from.
Shit-ass player. Let's hand this bot all the rebounds since he can only score from that. It's only like you had 0 shots. 0 shots in 74 minutes of play. Welcome back to another episode of Trading to Glory. Today, we're going to be talking a lot about the League SBC method. Before we do that, I want to remind you guys about the 1 million FIFA point giveaway that OneFootball is doing. The link to that is down below. All you got to do is fill out the form and download their app. It takes 1 minute. It's very easy and free to do. And 1 million FIFA points for Team of the Year is definitely something that I'm getting in on if I can. So make sure to go ahead and check that out down below. But today we're going to be talking about that League SBC method, as I said. And my favorite 2 League SBCs so far have been Premier League and Saudi League. I feel like the value that you get in return for these are slightly above the other League SBCs. And I do mean slightly. There is only margins better in terms of efficiency for a lot of these SBCs. I know some people really like the CONMEBOL Libertadores SBC. It's definitely a decent one to do as well. And one of the ones to stay away from, well, that's going to be Sudamericana. The value for that is very, very low. But in general, you take a look at some of the prices for these SBCs, and EA have done a decent job of balancing them out. In fact, the League One Uber Eats, which I thought is one of the lowest value SBCs of all the League SBCs, they've helped it out just a little bit by making this pack tradable, which it should have been from the beginning. And in general, the price of those players have dropped slightly since the release of this SBC. So initially it was kind of expensive, but now it's not as bad. Still, I like these 2, okay? Saudi Professional and Premier League. It's the 2 that I've been doing over and over and over again. You take a look inside Premier League, okay? And you've got yourself the most expensive of all of the League SBCs. And you might say, well, why are we doing the most expensive one? And the reason is the rewards are the best by a long shot. Okay, you're looking at a Premier League challenge in the second window that's just going to give you a small prime mixed players pack, which in the end is an average of 1 rare gold player, which is what I want you guys to remember. When I say 1 rare gold player, or the amount of rare gold players that we get in return, that's because that's the most important aspect of stacking packs for Team of the Year, which I imagine is why a lot of us are doing the League SBCs for the next couple of weeks as we get closer to Team of the Year. And the packs that matter are the ones with the most rare gold players. As much as getting some coins back from this small prime silver players pack or this jumbo premium gold pack, which is a 15k pack, which is tradable. So you could open it right now, get some coins back, help yourself do more of these League SBCs to get the even better packs, which this is one of them, an untradeable rare gold pack right there. And then the overall reward, the real kicker, it's a 50k pack, okay? And a 50k pack is 12 rare gold players. So in the end, you're averaging around, I would say, you got the 12 from, guaranteed from the 50k pack. You got 3 more guaranteed from here. And then you got 1 more guaranteed there. So 4 plus 12, that's 16. Let's say you get 2 from this pack right here. 16-ish rare players, or not 16, 18-ish rare players. So essentially 75% of a 100k pack in terms of rare gold players you're getting in return for the Premier League SBC. And it is more expensive than the other SBCs. The main reason for that being this window right here. You need 7 bronze or silver players to complete it. The other 3 challenges, you just need Premier League players and a couple of rare cards. You can do each of them for less than 6k, okay? So even if we're highballing it, you have no players in your club, you're buying from scratch, you're spending at most 18k for the rest, for all 3 of these windows right here. This is the kicker. This is the most expensive one. So let's say we got 18k for the other ones. We add ourselves each one of these silvers or bronzes from the Premier League, which are unfortunately going for about 2,700 coins on the market. Definitely not cheap once you add them all together. Let's go ahead and again highball this so that I know that we're not showing a cheaper price than it will be for you guys. Let's say it's 3,000 per card when you do the SBC. 3,000 times 7, that's 2,100. You need another 1,000 or so coins, maybe 2K to do the other 4 players that are going to be gold. And that's 23K plus the 18K. You're looking at 41,000 coins to do the entire SBC. And that is more than what I've spent on any of the Premier League SBCs so far. On average, I'm spending about 30K because you're going to get yourself something back in return on those silver packs, right? And that might even give you a Premier League player in return, which I've gotten quite a few times, which is going to save you 3,000 coins each time you pack one, right? And for the Saudi Professional League, if you go out and do this one, right, you open these silver packs, of course, because we're not going to save those for Team of the Year. They're not going to help you at all. You open these silver packs, and you're bound to get yourself something decent, maybe a Premier League player, right? So you go out and do the other league SBCs once you get enough players to do them, and that's all going to wrap back around to making the Premier League SBC a little bit cheaper for you. And it's the same thing the other way around. You're opening a couple of these Premier League packs, the small prime silver players pack, and whether you decide to open the prime mixed or the jumbo premium gold pack right now or not, that's up to you. Some people like to open them right now, make it easier to do the next SBC, make it cheaper and get some of those coins back immediately. Some people are like, I've got the coins, I'll just save all the packs for Team of the Year. That's up to you, but you're going to get yourself players from other leagues, right? You're going to maybe get a League One player. Maybe you're going to get a Chinese League player. Maybe you're going to get yourself a La Liga player or a Bundesliga player. And that adds up very quickly for you to go out and do some of these other SBCs for very cheap. And while the overall value for this Bundesliga SBC might not be quite as good as Premier League for our objective, which is stacking good packs and getting rare gold players, it's not that much worse, okay? You're looking at yourself a small prime gold players pack. That's 3 rare gold cards, exact same as that window in Premier League. And then you've got yourself a premium gold pack, which you're not guaranteed to get 1 rare gold card, but it happens at least half the time, right? So that's not quite as good as that window in Premier League, but it's almost as good. And then a small prime Electrum players pack. Remember, you get a 15K pack in the Premier League. This one maybe not as good as a 15K pack, but still okay, all right? And then here you get the exact same silver pack. Overall reward is going to be a prime gold players pack. You might say, well, that's a 45K pack. That's pretty damn close to a 50K pack. In terms of what you're buying it for off the market, yeah, it's only 5K difference, but it's only 6 rare gold cards in that pack, and that's half as many as the Premier League. And if you're doing the math, is it half the price of the Premier League? No, it's like almost 3/4 of the price of the Premier League. You're paying about 29,000 coins to do the Bundesliga SBC from scratch when we said we were paying 40K for the Premier League from scratch, okay? Let's be real, both of them a little bit cheaper than those numbers we threw out, but if you're doing everything from scratch and you're not trying to snipe cards and you're not being smart about it, yes, those are the prices. And even with those prices, I mean, the pack return on the Premier League, you're getting yourself that pack, which can get you some coins back, maybe 3 to 5K on average. Then you're getting this pack, which is not going to get you any coins back, but it does add a little bit of pack value. You're getting a 15K pack and a 25K pack plus the 50K pack. So that's 75K, 90K, plus whatever you value these packs at, maybe up to 100K almost, right? 95K, let's say. So you're getting 95,000 coins worth of packs in return from scratch. But here's the deal, guys. You have to remember we're not going to be building these from scratch. There's a couple different methods that you can use to make it even cheaper. Right. So one of them is you're going to try to find the league that you have the most cards of currently. I don't know what that is for me right now because I have done these SBCs a couple of times already, so I've used a lot of my players. But let's go ahead and take a look at the Bundesliga challenge, for example, and see how many Bundesliga players I have in my club. And we'll go ahead and check that real quick. And we've got ourselves a couple of the higher rated. We don't want to use anything above 82 rated for this, but we will use 81s and below. So we've got plenty of these guys to get us started. And we'll see if we have enough to do it from no coins added. It looks like we've got a silver right there, which we're probably not going to want to use. And that's going to be it. So those are all the players I have in Bundesliga right now, which is almost enough to do one window for free, okay? And so let's go ahead and see which window this is. It's going to give us a 45K pack cut in half, so a 22.5K pack. We need 4 rare players, which it looks like we're going to get no problem. We have 5 of them, and I have no problem using an extra one. That's okay. And let's see if we're going to get that chemistry as well, 80 chemistry. And then we're going to keep the silver player. We're going to need that later. We don't want to use the silver player for this one. If we can use gold players, we'll use gold players. All right, so that's most of the SBC done already. We'll scroll over to Bundesliga, right mid, and we're just going to buy the first ones that pop up for us, the cheapest ones in the game. Luka Bacchio, which is actually showing a few silvers, which means that the first window of this Bundesliga SBC is not going to be all too expensive. A couple more silvers here. We'll go ahead and grab them for 500. Iago. And then the goalkeeper to finish it off. No problem. We got Muller. All right, so there we have it. We get ourselves a half of a 45K pack just like that. And we spent, in the end, 2,000 coins, maybe? That's actually pushing it. I don't even think we spent 2,000 coins. But now we've got ourselves a 22.5K pack to open if we wanted to. But I'm going to save that pack. But in theory, let's say we went out and did open a pack. I'll open one of my crappier packs that I have on my store. And we've got ourselves a tradable 7.5K pack. We'll just open this pack as an example. Now, the pack isn't going to give us Mbappe, most likely. So we'll skip right through that. And we get ourselves Limer, we get Prayet, and we get Maxo. So the Danish league player isn't really going to help us, but we do get 2 Bundesliga players in return. Sane and Limer, which that confuses me because I thought we were out of Bundesliga players. Apparently not, according to EA. Apparently that's a duplicate right there. But Limer, that's going to help us immediately complete that next SBC, even if it's just by a few hundred coins. So let's go ahead and head back over to the squad building challenges and submit that Limer into this league SBC. Now, in no way should you expect this SBC to pay for itself, okay? In absolutely no way. These SBCs that we're doing right now are going to be coins out of your pocket in the end. I'm just trying to show you some methods and some of the best SBCs for you to stack these packs, right? So let's go and search Bundesliga again. Let's see what pops up for us. And right now, again, it's not showing anything between 81 and 74 rated. And you know why? It's because Schalke is in Bundesliga too. I forgot they got relegated last year. That's why it's not showing. I thought it was a glitch. I thought it was just not showing me all my players. No, it's because Schalke got relegated. Now I get it. But there we go. We got ourselves 1 Limer to get started. And we don't even have to go immediately to do this SBC, but we complete this rest of it. We did this one for pretty much free. So we're paying for these 3 windows, and then we're getting ourselves some packs in return. Now, you got to be smart about which packs you open and which packs you don't, okay? And you really got to make that decision for which packs you want to save for Team of the Year and which packs you don't. And this is very subjective, right? I can't tell you for your situation and what your objectives are, which packs to save and which packs to sell. That is completely up to you. Now, let's head back to the store because there's one other thing I want to talk about to possibly make this a little bit smoother and efficient for you guys. Now, I've never been a huge advocate of the bronze pack method. In the end, it's a slow, inefficient method that doesn't bring a lot of profit. I know that it is effective. I know it works, but it takes a long time for it to work. And I think there's other ways of going about making coins in FIFA. But we're not necessarily trying to make a ton of coins right now. We can make coins back from this, but in the end, what we're trying to do is build packs using the league SBC method. And because each league requires you have some bronzes and some silvers, well, you could end up packing yourself some players from these leagues. Now, the Romanian league isn't in there, the Danish league isn't there, and the Swiss league isn't in there. So this pack is a big L. Out of all the packs I've opened in the last couple of hours, I haven't had a pack that has 0 players to use in it. There is still a way to get some of those coins back. You can sell each one of these and see if they sell for 200 coins. I'd say 30% of them do if you have the time and the will on that low budget. But if you're just trying to be quick, what I do is I quick sell everything but the players, and I keep the players. Because in the end, if you end up using those players in an SBC, no matter what SBC it is, you're going to actually profit in the end. You're going to save coins, I should say, right? The Chinese League is one of the leagues in the League SBCs. So that's a card that's usable, and that's a card that's usable, and this is not a card that's usable, that's not a card that's usable. But let's say I did get 4 players usable in this pack instead of just 2. Well, eventually I will use these 2 players, and if I were to buy them off the market, that'd be a minimum of 400 coins. And if I used all 4, that's 800 coins. And I will use all these players eventually in marquee matchups, whatever it may be. But that's 800 coins, and that's not even including the couple hundred coins that you get for quick selling some of these cards. So you get 100 coins there, that's 800. So in the end, we actually save ourselves 150 coins by opening that pack rather than in the long run buying these players off the market. So you might think, oh, I just wasted 4,000 coins buying a few of these packs, but in the end, you're going to use these cards in the Libertadores SBC and all these League SBCs, and even if they're players that aren't in the League SBCs like Malachowski or Krzysztofek, and I apologize to all the Polish viewers that had to hear those pronunciations, you are saving coins in the long run, right? You might not notice it immediately, but these cards will come back into play for you. So Bronze Pack method right now, because of the fact that you are using these players, I'm not saying it's necessarily perfect for making coins, but in the long run, it will save you some coins on these League SBC method, right? So it's all about efficiency, right? It's all about saving those coins and keeping the margins as tight as you possibly can to make sure that you're building as many packs as possible without seeing a huge dent in your coin total. And that's what it's all about, guys. So hopefully this video has helped you guys out so far. If it has, make sure to drop a like on the video. I'd greatly appreciate that. Now, if you're on the more impatient side of things, which is fine, you're more focused on this Team of the Year promo, what can I do right now? Not really looking at the long term for these bronze players. I don't want to wait to use them in a marquee matchups or anything like that. You can go out and throw the bronze cards that aren't from any of the leagues in League SBCs right now. So the Australian League doesn't have one. The Romanian League doesn't have one. The English 4th Division, Romania again. Japanese League actually doesn't have one, at least not yet. I just double checked. They don't have one right now. The Chinese League does. The French 2nd Division, the Norwegian League, the Austrian League, Danish League, all of these leagues, they don't have a League SBC. So you can throw them into a bronze upgrade and get yourself 2 silver players in return. And in return, obviously, you're going to possibly get players from leagues that are usable, right? So it is 11 players to 2. So the ratio of, players in return isn't great. But if you do end up getting yourself a player from one of the better leagues, then it will really end up being a good choice. Right now, since I have so many packs, there it actually does pop up for us. But once you get over 30 packs, some of these start not popping up. And what you got to do is you got to go over to the companion app and open your packs there, because it shows you all of your packs on companion app. On console, it only shows you 30. So in the end, it's a little bit less exciting to open them on companion app, but we actually get a pretty good pack there. We get ourselves a silver player from the French league, so we can use that right into the league on SBC. Argentinian league player isn't going to help us, but in the end, I'd say that was worth it, and that'll help us save ourselves a couple hundred coins at the minimum. I think that card probably goes for a little over 1,000 though. So in the end, not a terrible exchange for us in doing this League SBC method. But in the end, it really comes down to how many of the SBCs can you complete as a whole. If you look at some of the individual SBCs, there are a few that, you can go out and do a couple of the windows and it's worth it, but it's not necessarily worth doing the entire SBC, right? So you can find those by actually going over to Futbin. And on Futbin, they have a really cool feature where you can look at the challenges and then the coins per investment, right? So it might be like 3 times your coins per investment. So the pack in return might be 25K, but it's only 7.6 thousand coins to complete. Then it's, you know, a little over 3 times your coins per investment. So to find that, you can go to the challenges list filter, all right, and then go value for coin, and sort it that way. And then it shows you all the SBCs in the entire game that you can do in the individual windows. It doesn't include the overall reward for completing an SBC that has multiple windows. For example, that Premier League SBC, you do all 4 windows, you get an extra reward. It doesn't factor that in. So we can go to sets, we can scroll right down to league SBCs, and only do the league SBCs with this filter. There it is. All right, categories, league SBCs. And as you can see, the Premier League final window is the best value. It gives you a 25K pack for 6,000 coins, right? So the value for coins, return on investment is almost 4 times what you spent on it. But you go to La Liga, which I just showed you, a Prime Electrum Players Pack, technically on the market is 20,000 coins, so you're getting 3 times value for coin. And then again, this is one of the reasons I like Premier League so much, right? You're getting yourself a 15K pack for 6,000 coins, right? So 2 of the 3 highest are in Premier League. That's why I've been pushing it so much. But you actually got Saudi Professional League. That's one of them that we've shown already. But Serie A, here's a good one. You get yourself a Jumbo Premium Gold pack, 15K pack. Again, 6,000 coins. Not bad at all. Conmebol Libertadores. Get yourself an Electrum Players pack. It's worth 10,000. Cost you less than 5,000, so not too bad right there. And then you can also take a look at, you know, all of the SBCs and see which ones give you the highest reward value and which ones give you the lowest reward value, right? And then as you see, you get to the 3rd page and it shows you unknown, okay? And the reason for that is because they haven't slapped a reward value on that type of pack, okay? Which means that Futbin just hasn't really ever registered. It hasn't ever been in the store, so it doesn't have a price. But if you use some simple logic here, all right, this Ligue 1 Uber Eats challenge, that's 6,000 coins to complete, and gives you half of a 45K pack, you can say, okay, well, half of a 45K pack, that's 22.5 thousand coins. And the reward value for this SBC in particular, the League 1 challenge that gives you the half 45K pack, that's actually a really good return on value. It's actually over 3. It would be a really, really good one to do. So that one in particular, even though it's not popping up on the list, it's a really good value for coins. You scroll down, we might be able to find one more for us. Here's another half of a 45K pack in Bundesliga, 6,000 coins. Definitely worth doing. So if you don't want to do the whole SBC, this is the one that we actually did a few minutes ago for free, pretty much. Go out and do a single window. Get yourself a solid pack in return. Maybe go to the 4th one, see if there's any in here that might be decent in the return value. Small rare mixed players pack for 6K. It's okay. It gives you 2 rare gold packs in return, or 2 rare gold players in return. So that's not too bad right here. The one in the Chinese league for 6,000 coins, not too bad. All right, so that basically shows you everything you essentially need to know about it. Really good feature here. I wish that it showed you all of the packs and what they're worth, but it does give you a decent idea in the end. Helps you get started with seeing which SBCs have the highest value. So in the end, if you're willing to eat the price for the bronze and silver players in the Premier League, that's where you're going to get the most efficiency out of. It's not going to take you as much time to stack the packs because you're getting a 50K pack in return, and I think that is going to be the best pack for us to open during Team of the Year. More of these we can do, more likely we're out of pack Team of the Year, and that's going to be our goal. Is to pack ourselves a Team of the Year in the next couple of weeks. Make sure you're stopping by the Twitch streams. Links of that is down below, and obviously of the giveaway. Don't forget about that giveaway. Go ahead and get in on that. That's going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.